now you got Boots Ennis who's in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for,
Terence Crawford has finally responded to the recently leaked training footage of Jaron Boots Ennis, and his message was loud and clear. After watching the clips of Boots, the undefeated and explosive rising star of American boxing, Crawford delivered what felt like a direct warning. Ennis has been training with serious intensity ahead of his next fight, but Bud made it known that he still sits at the top. This is no longer about clout or call-outs. It is about legacy and respect. And in Crawford's words, it comes down to one thing. There are levels to this. Let's break it down. The reaction started when fresh training footage of Jaron Boots Ennis surfaced this week, and honestly, it grabbed everyone's attention.
Terence is only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line, because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we still need to, it's not, I think everyone who, like I said, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
Boots looked unstoppable in the footage. His hand speed was electric, the reflex drills were sharp, and his movement had people comparing him to a prime version of Crawford. The clips quickly went viral across X, YouTube, and Instagram, with captions claiming the next Bud had arrived and that a new version had entered the scene. Even promoter Eddie Hearn weighed in, calling Ennis the new Crawford and saying a fight between them would be the biggest matchup in American boxing.
Canelo can't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or
greatest of all time?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Crawford is normally composed, but this time he chose to respond. After a recent press conference, a reporter showed him the Ennis footage and asked what he thought, mentioning that some fans were calling Boots the next version of him. Bud smiled and said, "If he's the next me, then he's got a long way to go. People get excited about highlights. I focus on history. He's working on the pads. I'm building my legacy against legends." That wasn't just an answer, it was a clear message. For Crawford, this isn't about social media hype. It's about reminding everyone that even as a new wave comes up, he still holds the top spot. With a 42-0 record, 31 knockouts, and now a 5-division world champion after dominating Canelo Alvarez to become undisputed at 168 pounds. He believes the crown is still his.
I think the perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he can go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor to Terence Crawford. I think he's of the same kind of ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing, because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
You got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's not very well me saying it, but you've got to prove it in a ring. But you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he could be one of the all-time greats.
No one else has achieved that. Not Mayweather, not Pacquiao, not Canelo. So when Ennis' team began mentioning his name alongside Bud's, it clearly struck a chord. Eddie Hearn has been promoting the idea like it's inevitable, telling reporters that Crawford versus Ennis is the defining fight for American boxing. But the truth is, Crawford understands exactly how talented Boots is. He isn't intimidated, but he recognizes that it would be a serious challenge.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fight to show how great he is.
He even reinforced the point by labeling Boots as the new Crawford.
He's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
That's when Bud sent a firm message from Omaha. You can't duplicate greatness. You can only pursue it. There are no new versions of me. There's only one Bud Crawford, and I'm still here competing.
And, you know, obviously we're here in Philadelphia, Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, you know, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford. I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done. So, nothing to talk about.
Fans reacted instantly. Comment sections across every platform filled up, with one side saying Boots represents the future and the other insisting that Bud is still untouchable.
World-class Honda? What does he mean?
He said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worrying about right now. We ain't worrying about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now. Then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
But beyond all the noise, one thing stands out. This rivalry may be moving beyond talk and heading towards something real.
All right, super quick, we just witnessed a destruction by Jaron Ennis. What do you think?
That was a great introduction to 154. It's Pablo carry, and he did his thing. So, congrats to Boots.
What do you think's next for Boots Ennis? I mean, what options are there at 154 in your mind for him?
I want to see him fight either the winner of Virgil or Eric Lubin, or maybe like Fundora or somebody. How big a fight?
And what about for yourself?
I'm back top of next year, defending my world title in a big fight.
Appreciate you, champ.
Let's focus on Boots for a moment. His resume is impressive. 34 victories with 30 knockouts. He's a former unified welterweight champion and now holds the WBA and Ring Magazine titles at 154 after defeating Imantas Stanionis earlier this year. At only 28, he isn't just winning fights, he's controlling them. He approaches training with precision, moves smoothly around the ring, and delivers serious power. His combinations are sharp, his defense tight, and his ring intelligence stands out.
More than one time, yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him. We have history because 14 years ago, his older brother, Ennis, helped me for when I fought Shane Mosley and Alfonso Gomez. So that's why we have history with the Ennis family, and I'm very grateful with him taking the time and go there and give me some work.
Even Canelo Alvarez used Boots as a sparring partner before his fight with Crawford. Afterward, Canelo admitted that even Boots' speed hadn't prepared him for Bud's pinpoint accuracy. That says it all.
Do you think Ennis is the guy to give Crawford like trouble in there if they were ever to fight?
I think that would be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion, and then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
Because even when Ennis is training with the best, Crawford is still a step ahead.
Would you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
No. I ain't going down 154.
After Crawford's victory over Canelo, Jaron Ennis gave credit where it was due. In an interview with Ariel Helwani, he said he just beat Canelo, the face of boxing. So that makes Crawford the face of boxing right now. Ennis added that he's studying Bud's blueprint, moving up in weight, facing bigger opponents, and staying sharp in the gym year-round. And to be fair, Ennis looks unstoppable. His debut at 154 against Luis Mal Lima was total domination, sending a message that he's ready for tougher competition. But Crawford isn't impressed by flashy movement or slick footwork. As he put it, it's not about looking good on camera, it's about performing under the lights against legends. When the world doubts you, that's when greatness shows itself. When asked if he'd ever fight Ennis, Crawford was clear. The talent is there, no doubt, but he's not dropping back down to 154. If Ennis wants to talk legacy, he'll need to move up to Crawford's level. The message is simple. If Boots wants Bud, he has to chase him, not call him from below.
Hey, Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight 160.
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, he looked at excellent.
Is there anybody the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
What would?
Crawford now sits on the undisputed throne at 168, and speculation is swirling that he could move down to 160 next, chasing a 6th weight division title. A historic move. But Bud's warning didn't end there. He said, "I've been that young, hungry fighter before, but greatness isn't earned through talk. You earn it by beating people no one thought you could beat. Until Boots does that, he's still in the shadow." That statement hit hard, because Ennis hasn't yet faced a true superstar opponent. Eddie Hearn will keep promoting and hyping him, But Bud isn't handing over the crown easily. At 38, he's performing better than ever, mentally sharper, technically flawless, and physically still at the elite level.
You know, Terence is your man.
Yeah.
Bud your man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro.
What?
Boots. You know niggas want to see Boots, bro.
Bro, Terence different, bro. I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I never been in the ring with Boots.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Boots ain't different or you know, not good at all. I think it would be a good fight, but I just think, you know, Terence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation. Just the magnitude of this fight, maybe Terence is just not motivated enough.
As one trainer noted, Crawford is at the point in his career where every fight is chess, not checkers. Boots may be quick, but Bud is thinking 3 moves ahead. That's the reality. Opinions among boxing pros and analysts are divided.
That's the fight that everybody want to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but don't be capping on the net.
Team Crawford argues that Boots hasn't proven himself yet and is still in his prospect phase. Team Ennis claims that Crawford is hesitant to pass the torch.
A fight that makes a whole lot of sense and a fight that stylistically will be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
Bud has earned the right to fight for history, not hype. That's why he's only taking life-changing fights from here on out. He's not avoiding Ennis. He's waiting until the payoff and legacy value make it worthwhile. Right now, a fight with Boots isn't about money, but in terms of skill, it could be the most dangerous one on the table. After defeating Canelo, boxing's so-called cash cow, Crawford achieved the extraordinary. He unified 3 divisions, conquered 5 weight classes, and humbled one of the sport's biggest stars. That kind of resume doesn't just make you great, it makes you immortal. So while Ennis is rising fast, Crawford remains at the top, making it clear that potential alone doesn't equal proof. Crawford versus Ennis isn't just another fight. It's a clash of generations. Old school mastery versus new school explosiveness. Experience versus raw athleticism. Legacy versus hunger. Whenever it happens, whether at 160 or 168 pounds, it promises to be a battle for the ages.
Double fake to your left. Double fake to your right. Double fake to your left.
No, stop.
You. The back rhythm. The back rhythm. Rhythm, y'all.
Still got some abs.
Double fake. Double fake. Double fake.
For now, Crawford's message is simple. He's not giving up the throne. He's not chasing hype. He's still defending his kingdom.
He better than Floyd Mayweather?
To me, it's because he challenges himself. So for me, don't get me wrong, Floyd ain't no bad fighter. Floyd is a hell of a sharp fighter, but I ain't gonna say a better fighter. I'm gonna say I just can appreciate it more because he challenges himself. You understand me? Floyd never challenged himself. So if you tell me who I want to see, Floyd or Terence, I want to see Terence, because Terence gonna challenge himself. Floyd may be a better fighter because Floyd is slick and Floyd really can fight. People know I don't underestimate Floyd's boxing ability. Floyd has great boxing ability. Floyd is one of the best ever, but Floyd just never challenged.
Jaron Ennis will keep climbing, likely taking on bigger names at 154, maybe Sebastian Fondora or Carlos Adams. If he beats them, the pressure on Crawford will increase. Meanwhile, Crawford is weighing his options, with rumors swirling about Gennady Golovkin, Janibek Alimkhanuly, or even another fight with Canelo. One thing is certain. If the Ennis fight happens, it will define a generation. No matter how high Boots rises, there's only one peak left to conquer, and its name is Terence Bud Crawford.
This is the situation, guys. No one
has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the Undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.
So here's the question. Is Jaron Boots Ennis truly ready to challenge Terence Crawford? Or is Bud's warning just a reminder that the throne isn't given? It's earned? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more boxing updates. I'll see you in the next video.